Hello, this is Tina Matthew and welcome to the final day of the live broadcast of the first Apostolic visit of Pope Francis to Kingdom of Bahrain. You're watching us live from Bahrain. Peace to people of goodwill. The Pope took part in prayer meeting and Angelus prayer with bishops, priests, religious seminarians and pastoral workers at Sacred Heart Church in Manama, and he concluded the meeting with a speech. Let's move into the highlights of morning's event. Now, we have Father Saji Thomas, the priest of Cathedral of Our Lady of Arabia, to share his thoughts about the Christian community in Arab nation. Over to our reporter, Michelle.
I am here inside the Cathedral Church of Our Lady of Arabia, here in Awali. Here with us today is Father Saji Thomas. Hello, Father. What growth have you witnessed in your flock?
The growth? There is a lot of growth. From the moment I arrived here onwards, that time onwards, we have got so many people are coming to the church, entering and praying, and many of them left. And during the pandemic time, it was a terrible time. Many of our faithful people left Bahrain because of the problems in our job. Many of them lost their jobs. Many of them lost their kith and kins. And because of the financial crisis, many of them left. But now, slowly people are coming in. But still, whenever we celebrate Mass, the obligation Masses, like Friday, Saturday and Sunday, the church is full. And so we understand how people are just waiting to have a Mass or a prayer service here. And also if we open the church, 24 hours also people will come. Early morning, the moment we open the church, and until we close the church late night, like around 9 o'clock, at least every hour, there will be people are coming. So we understand how people are thirsting for God and how much they want to receive the blessings. And when we leave our own countries and when we come here as expatriates, the people really find their happiness, their joy, and their consolation in this church and Manama, as well as the Mother Church and the Sacred Heart Church.
How many Catholics do you have in your parish?
If you think here in this Our Lady of Arabia Cathedral, we can't exactly calculate because it is the floating populations. But approximately average we get 5,000 people. And of course, when we have got Christmas and Easter, we have again thousands more are coming here. So we can't exactly calculate. Yeah.
And from how many rites do they hail from?
Here we have got Latin Rite and Syro-Malabar and Syro-Malankara and Maronite. These are usually the liturgical rites that we have got here in this parish.
What would you say is the biggest feast celebrated by the parish?
Here, of course, this will be the Our Lady of Arabia feast because that is a patroness. Then we have got other feasts like Christmas, of course, Christmas and Easter is there. Then we have got a special family day where all the people come together and make fun and play and enjoy their life. That's also is happening.
Do you have any parishioners that have been here since the first inception of the first church here in the island?
Here we don't, but I think in Manama there may be 1 or 2 priests, people will be there.
We are curious to know about the vocations on the island. Could you elaborate on that for us?
We are praying and encouraging the laity, the parents, to send one of their children, if they receive a vocation, just send them to the seminaries or the convents, because we need a lot of vocations to preach the word of God, to reach the word to the end of the world. So we are encouraging, and sometimes they go, and we have got few occasions from here and there. Some of them are studying already back in India in their formation houses. So we encourage the family to pray for the good vocations always.
Is there anything else that you would like to add for the Christian community?
Yeah, with regard to the papal visit, this is the historical moment for each and every one of us. The Pope is bringing, His Holiness is bringing a lot of happiness, joy, peace, and unity, and the coexistence of the religion and the unity among the different cultures. And of course, we have got multicultural, multi-linguistic, multinationality in Bahrain. But then we live together as a one family. And that is one of the most joyful moments when I celebrate the English Mass. I have got lots of communities, the Spanish, the English, the Europe, the Sri Lankans, and the Tamil, and the Arabic, a lot of communities. But then when we come here, we are together, we are united. That is the beauty of it. And hope the visit of the Pope will bring more and more closer to Jesus, and more we will be united.
Thank you, Father Seiji, for your time.
Thank you so much.
Pope Francis will be the first pontiff to ever visit Bahrain, the island of pearls in the Persian Gulf. His Holiness will visit the capital of Manama and Awali to participate in the Bahrain Forum for Dialogue, East and West for Human Coexistence. This will be the second apostolic journey of His Holiness the Pope to the Arabian Peninsula. The first visit was in February 2019 to the United Arab Emirates, where he signed the historic document on human fraternity with the Grand Imam of Al-Azhar in Egypt. Watch the live broadcast of the first apostolic journey to Bahrain, Peace to People of Goodwill, November 3rd to the 6th. The motto for this apostolic visit is Peace on Earth for the People of Goodwill, taken from the Gospel of Luke chapter 2, verse 14. It signifies the message of peace and fraternity among religions that the Pope wishes to reiterate during this journey. The logo of the papal visit portrays the flags of the Kingdom of Bahrain and the Vatican, shaped like two hands jointly raised to the Creator in a plea for peace. The olive branch in the middle symbolizes the fruit of peace as the two nations encounter each other in the spirit of human fraternity and goodwill. Emblazoned on the logo are the words Pope Francis in blue to denote that the papal journey is entrusted to the intercession of the Blessed Virgin, who is honored in Bahrain as the Queen of Arabia. Watch the live broadcast of the first apostolic journey to Bahrain, Peace to People of Goodwill, November 3rd to the 6th. The island is home to the largest church on the Arabian Peninsula, the Cathedral of Our Lady of Arabia. The devotion to Our Lady of Arabia began on December 8, 1948, when a small chapel in Awali, Kuwait was dedicated to Our Lady under this title. The statue of Our Lady of Arabia was blessed in the Vatican in 1949 by Pope Pius XII, and the cathedral is modeled after the tent of meeting mentioned in the Old Testament. It has been built in this manner to represent the encounter between God and mankind. The cathedral is a model of religious harmony, a sign of tolerance in the Kingdom of Bahrain, and a great example of peaceful coexistence in the world. Watch the live broadcast of the First Apostolic Journey to Bahrain, Peace to People of Goodwill, November 3rd to the 6th. The Apostolic Vicariate of Northern Arabia, which was previously known as the Apostolic Vicariate of Kuwait, was established on May 31, 2011. It covers the countries of Kuwait, Bahrain, Qatar, and Saudi Arabia. Although there are no churches on Saudi soil, it is estimated that there are more than 2 million Catholics spread across the three nations. In January 2011, Pope Benedict XVI declared Our Lady of Arabia the patroness of the Vicariate. In August of the following year, the Holy Father took the decision to shift the headquarters of the Vicariate from Kuwait to Bahrain. Watch the live broadcast of the First Apostolic Journey to Bahrain, Peace to People of Goodwill, November 3rd to the 6th. Bahrain will host a global interfaith forum in November under the patronage of King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa, named the Bahrain Dialogue Forum. It will be held on November 3rd and 4th under the theme, The East and the West for Human Coexistence. It is expected to attract over 200 leaders of faith from around the world. It is organized by the Supreme Council for Islamic Affairs in Bahrain, in cooperation with the Muslim Council of Elders and the King Hamad Global Center for Peaceful Coexistence. The forum also features a series of poignant discussions to further cement the values of peace and tolerance. Watch the live broadcast of the First Apostolic Journey to Bahrain, Peace to People of Goodwill, November 3rd to the 6th. One of the most notable events as part of the Interfaith Forum will be the meeting of the Holy Father with the Grand Imam of Al-Azhar, Ahmad Al-Tayeb. Al-Azhar is one of the oldest Islamic universities and is based in the Egyptian capital, Cairo. Pope Francis had met the Grand Imam during his previous visit to Kazakhstan. Once again, the two spiritual leaders will get a chance to foster greater understanding and dialogue between both religions. Watch the live broadcast of the First Apostolic Journey to Bahrain, Peace to People of Goodwill, November 3rd to the 6th.
The Kingdom of Bahrain, known as the Island of Pearls, is made up of 33 islands. Located in the Arabian Gulf between the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia and Qatar, its total area is 780 kilometers square. Manama, Bahrain's capital, is the largest city in the country. The country takes immense pride in being a thriving multicultural hub that welcomes people from all around the world with its tolerant attitude, educational, health facilities, and services. Bahrain's population is currently around 1.2 million. The earliest human settlement in Bahrain's islands dates back almost 5,000 years. It was home to many civilizations, including Dilmun, Tyrus, and Awal. Bahrain's strategic location in the Persian Gulf brought rule and influence from the Persians, Sumerians, Assyrians, Babylonians, Portuguese, Arabs, and the British. Excavation and historic evidence prove Bahrain to be a commercial hub and a sea transit point between East and West. The modern era of Bahrain began when Sheikh Isa bin Salman Al Khalifa came into power on December 16, 1961, and is considered one of the pioneer Arab leaders who built the country based on justice and stability. On August 15, 1971, Bahrain was declared independent from the United Kingdom, and it heralded its constitution in 1973. When King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa came to power in 1999, Bahrain entered a new period of reforms and development within a constitutional monarchy in line with the National Action Charter and the amended constitution in 2002. Since then, Bahrain has made pioneering developments in the political, legal, and constitutional arena, which has given it a prominent position both regionally and internationally. Today, the country has laid out a broad vision that aims to make its economy sustainable and robust by the year 2030.
The visit of the Vicar of Christ to Bahrain will be etched in golden letters in the annals of history. It is for the first time that a Roman pontiff is setting foot on the island of Pearls. The 4-day visit of Pope Francis to the Persian Gulf island nation will leave an indelible mark on both believers and people of other faiths. For more than 100,000 Catholics, who mostly comprise expatriates from India, the Philippines, Sri Lanka, and Pakistan, the presence of the Holy Father will be a powerful sign of the paternal love of the successor of St. Peter. Placing aside linguistic and cultural differences, the believers will stand united in faith to be animated by the Pope and receive his apostolic blessing. Pope Francis's presence on the island will invigorate the faith of thousands of believers and powerfully demonstrate Christian fraternal love that manifests in the universality of the Church. The apostolic visit will also give joy and consolation to countless believers in neighbouring Saudi Arabia, where there are no churches nor public worship. Some of them are expected to visit Bahrain to have a glimpse of their Holy Father. It will be a public manifestation of the Catholic faith when the Pope presides over Holy Mass in Bahrain's National Stadium in Rifah. When the Pontiff makes a visit to the Cathedral of Our Lady of Arabia in Awali, it will be a crowning moment for the largest church in the Arabian Peninsula. In this magnificent edifice, Pope Francis will take part in an ecumenical service by reaching out to sister churches and to separated Christians. The successor of Peter reminds everyone of Christ's wish that they may all be one. As the supreme head of over 1 billion Catholics, the Holy Father will seek to foster greater understanding between world religions at the Bahrain Forum for Dialogue, East and West for Human Coexistence. Pope Francis will also hold a special meeting with Sheikh Ahmed Al-Tayeb, Grand Imam of Egypt's Al-Azhar al-Sharif, and one of the most prominent figures in the Islamic world. The second visit of the Holy Father to the Arabian Peninsula will spread peace and goodwill among all and foster greater understanding and tolerance.
The Kingdom of Bahrain has always been a model of openness and interfaith coexistence. History bears testimony to the fact that the Bahraini rulers have embraced people from all regions and religions. They have been forerunners in promoting peace, tolerance, and coexistence not only in Bahrain, but across the world. The Sacred Heart Church, Manama, is a living example of inter-religious tolerance. His Highness Sheikh Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa, the then ruler of Bahrain, donated the land to build the church. The bells of the church first rang on December 24, 1939, and its foundation stone was laid on June 9, 1939. The Sacred Heart Church is also called the Mother Church, as it was the first church built in the Gulf region.
Now you're watching the live broadcast of the first apostolic visit of Pope Francis to the Kingdom of Bahrain, and you're watching us live from Bahrain. Peace to people of goodwill. Now it's the time for the farewell ceremony for our Pope Francis from the Kingdom of Bahrain. Let's have a look into the live from Sakhir Airways.
صلاح.
And here comes an end to the 4-day visit of the first apostolic journey to Kingdom of Bahrain. The pontiff received an official welcome, visited the King of Bahrain, His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa, attended various functions, prayers, Holy Mass and meeting with prominent leaders, and participated in conclusion ceremony of the Bahrain Forum for Dialogue as well. The Holy Father added an important message in one of his speeches in this visit, that the God of peace never brings about war, never incites hatred, never supports violence. We who believe in him are called to promote peace with tools of peace, such as encounter, patient negotiations, and dialogues, which is the oxygen of peaceful coexistence. Those who missed the event can watch it live on our YouTube channel. Visit and log on to youtube.com/ShalomWorld. Thank you for watching us and staying with us. Stay tuned to Shalom World. Take care and goodbye.
Todavía hay millones